Hi everyone. Are you hearing me now? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me now? All right, cool. All right, so Shannon is hearing me. Great. Um, I think some other persons were trying to join and were having some difficulty hearing. So I'm doing it on my phone for some reason. On my laptop, it wasn't working properly. So let me see if I can. How do I maneuver this now to let some more persons know that I am actually on? Are you hearing me now? All right, so I'm just waiting for at least 10 persons to come on. Waiting on a few more persons to come on. So I guess if they had followed the other link, they would not be seeing this. So I'm waiting on some other persons to come on. All right. So I'll just start in another few minutes. You're hearing me clearly though? Are you hearing me clearly? Are you hearing me clearly? So I'm gonna have to try to keep this in my hand because I did not have the tripod set up because I had very well planned to use the laptop, but for some reason the laptop is not persons are not hearing the sound on the laptop, and so I I am using I'm using my phone instead. All right, just doing a sound check one more time. If you are hearing me and hearing me clearly, just type yes in the chat because I'm just gonna begin persons who are here and just talk about what I have to talk about this afternoon. All right. So yeah, I'm seeing 2 yeses. I'm seeing 3 yeses. Great, 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 great. I'm seeing 4 yeses. All right, fine. All right. So you're hearing me loud and clear. So everybody's good. How is everybody this afternoon? I I'm on live because I want it to be interactive. So when I ask you a question, I want you to actually respond. How is everybody doing this afternoon? How is it Sunday afternoon? I know some people tired after the week. I know that Sunday afternoon is like a chilling afternoon for some persons, and you probably cook your dinner. You want to get to your bed, and Jason says she going live, and you want to just say, all right, I just coming on to hear what she have to say, what she have to chat about. But how you doing, everyone? How are you doing this afternoon? Just let me know in the chat how you doing. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All I hear, all I see is yes. Nobody not doing good. How you doing, people? Want to sleep? Just finish having dinner. All right. So I guess niggerite is setting in. Blessed and flavored. Blessed and flavored. Okay. All right. Blessed and flavored. I like that. All right. So we doing, as I said, we're doing a 6 month checkup. If we realize that we would have realized we are halfway through 2022. I won't even talk about how fast the year is going, because I'm not sure it is oh hi, whoever that is. I'm not sure who that person is, but hello, you're doing fantastic. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so we said we are at the halfway point in 2022, and I just say, you know what, let me just do a check-in, and let us do kind of an assessment as to what has been going on for the year. How has the year been for you so far? What are some of the wins so far? What are some of the not so great? Oh, hi Donald. What are not so great points of 2022 so far? The fact is, whether the year has been good, whether the year has been, oh hi Tanya, I have you out of your bed. All right, I'm glad you got to join at 11:30 p.m. London time. All right, mom, I'm not going to keep you out of your bed for very long, because we're not going to be here very long. But thank you for joining, Tanya. Yeah, so whether or not 2022 has been going good, whether it has been bad, whatever it has been, like, the fact is 2022 has been going, and it is going to be gone in 6 months time, if we're still here to enjoy it. It is, whatever our feeling towards the year is, whatever it is, whether we feel like it's going too fast, whether we feel like it is going too slow, whatever it is, whatever our feelings are, the fact is the year is going, and it's gonna be gone in 6 months time. And before we know it, you're going to look and say, all right, what just happened? Did the year, what just went on? You understand what I'm saying? So I just want us to assess, and the subject that I want to use for this evening's discourse, and I'm going to call it a like I'm talking to you, or I'm lecturing you, or whatever, because I want us to chat together, and I am not here here on a soapbox to basically say, okay, I know it all, or I have all the answers. But the fact is, I just want us to chat. So the topic I'm going to use this evening, and it is in Jamaica, and sometimes in Jamaica, if somebody says this to you, you might feel offended, but this is not going to be said in an offensive way, but it's just fact, real fact. So the topic I use in this evening, it is mind your business. Mind your business. Now Jamaica would say mind your business. So what I'm saying is not say, okay, come out of my business. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is mind your business. Look after your business. Look after the business of your life. That is all I say. Look after the business, which is your life. Because a lot of times, we get caught up with a lot of things, right? All right. you have those persons that caught up in social media and they're looking at, oh, who is going on and what is going on social media. Fine. And some persons, some of the intellectuals might look at them, oh, all they do is caught up with social media and blah, blah, blah. But you have those who are caught up with the news. And they're caught up with how many persons die in this country and how the state of the country going down and all that is going on and all that is going wrong. And they will have some intellectual discussions from morning till night. You know? Discussions. That's all it is. Discussions. Talk from morning until night. And what after that? So what I'm encouraging us all this afternoon, we have to mind our business. We have to look after the business, which is our lives. Because some of the time and I will keep saying, and if you hear me not saying it, remind me to say, I will keep saying we, or I'll keep saying us, because I am talking to myself also. We have to be mindful of the business, which is our lives, right? We have to look after full self, and we have to look after what is going on in our lives. Some of us, we know the sports team, yeah, because it's recreation, fine. But hi, listening in from West Village. Hello, I think that is Tanisha. Hi, Sister Portia. How you doing? Welcome, guys. So the thing is, we know the biggest sports team. We know, okay, which team wins this. We know all those things. We know who getting married on social media. We know who is wearing the latest this. And we're not minding our business. We're not minding our stuff. And when I say mind our business, what am I talking about? There's so many aspects of our lives that we need to be minding. And I'm just gonna just pick a few. I like to use 5 because I like to just kind of pin it down. But all right, let's talk finances. Okay, so we're busy looking at who is over there. We're busy looking at, oh, that person is driving this vehicle, and oh, he must be scamming, or he must be doing this, we're not saying that people are not doing things that are illegal. We're not saying, that's not what we're saying. But how are you so concerned with those people, and yet still at the end of the month your bills are not being met? You're not able to meet the basic financial needs. And we're not going deep into the finances, right? Because I'm no financial expert, so I'm not going to even try to go deep into the finances right now. But I am saying, how are we concerned with other people when some of the basic things that we should be concerned about in terms of finances, we're not looking at that? Why is that? Right? Let us talk relationships now. Why do we know which celebrity is in and out of what relationship? And our relationships are going haywire, right? Why are we so concerned? We don't know our partner's love language. How is somebody else's business your business when those basic things? How do you get so concerned with this child over there not doing that, or why this parent can't parent properly, and you don't know the basic things, what your children are, what your child is good at? How do those things matter if we're not minding our business? Understand what you're saying when I say about mind your business? I hope everybody understand. When I say mind your business, what I am getting at. When I talk about mind your business, this is what I'm getting at. Health now. We're going on. So we talk a little bit about relationships in terms of why is it that you don't have no friends? Why nobody can like you? Why you can't get on with anybody? And everybody else's fault. Nobody can get on. Yes, Andre, drink water, mind your business. I am that is where we're at. Why nobody can get on? Really and truly, why is it that you cannot get along with anybody else? There has to be some kind of issue. Is it that everybody just, something just wrong with everybody? Is it that you're just in the wrong circle? You understand what I'm saying? Why are our relationships so bad? And yet we have time to be looking at other people. Why is it that we are there and we have all kind of lifestyle diseases? We're eating badly, we're not sleeping right, we're not exercising, and yet we have time to do other stuff. Why? We'll go now. We're talking about mental health now. Mental health is a really, really big issue. We're not at peace with ourselves. We're not at peace in our minds. We are confused. We're all over the place, and yet we have time to be looking at others. The thing is that, we don't, there's no, I don't know anybody, I'm sure nobody exists who has it all right and who has it all figured out. But what I want us to realize is, as we are in July of 2022, when I look and I realize it's graduation season, and I realize some people that are graduating, and I say, hold on there. And I just the other day this one do Jesus, and I just the other day this one do Pep. How did or when did you understand? I don't know if anybody has ever had that kind of feel, like how, when, like you're in a state of shock, like how did this happen? When did this happen? When did we get here? How is this person so big already? How is this person who was a baby going to high school? So if we don't realize it consciously, we can just look at some of the children that are around us and see what age they are. And then you realize that time is not waiting. Time is very, 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 very much moving. Things are, people are growing, things are prices are going up, so many things are happening. But what does it mean for our lives, or what does it mean for ourselves? Are we just busy? Are we just going, is the tide just going, and are we just, and every at the end of the year we just say, oh, okay, all right, another year passed and I'm sitting at the same place? People will have a problem if every year passes and we are sitting at the same place. Because guess what? There are sometimes you look and say, no, sir, this of course is gonna last two whole years, 2 years. No money too long. But then guess what? The 2 years pass anyway. Whether you started the course or not, the 2 years are going to pass. There's another point, because I spoke about the financial, I talk about our physical, we talk about relationships, and the spiritual. We can't leave out the spiritual aspect of it. Why are we there? We're sitting and we still are not at a good place spiritually, and we are either worse off than we were last year, or we still sitting down and we are not making any progress. Why is it? And yet we are there and we're watching and we're seeing who a false prophet, and we see who not living right. Yeah, man, because we can get on our soapbox and say, no, this one not living right and this one not doing. But why are we still sitting at the same place and not making any progress? You see, the thing is, what I've come to realize is that we like to make excuses. And I say we like to make excuses. I cannot speak about your situation. My reality, you can, because people, I just hear people in their mind say, no, even persons who are watching, all right, Jason, you can say whatever you want to say, because you don't understand my situation. You don't understand the 600 hungry belly picking them woman off, and you don't understand the time when I have to take for the this and that. You don't understand that. No, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it, and it's not my reality. But the fact is, I don't need to understand it. I don't need to understand it, because everyone has their own reality, and you have to make steps in your own reality with your own set of circumstances. You know why I say this specifically? Sometimes we look on and say, all right, people, she can't say anything, you see, because she fear her father dead and left how much millions to her. No, that I'm not talking about myself, no, just for the record. Or she can't say anything because she in a good job, or she can't say anything because but person's realities are different. But because another person's reality is different from yours, because person, you have to be starting from scratch, and this person is on the second stair, they started at the second run of stairs. You're just gonna sit back and say, oh no, sir, she can't say anything, I'm just gonna sit here because I didn't get the good job. I'm gonna just sit here because I have so many things to contend with. Let me just give you an example. Even in doing this YouTube channel, right? I look at the growth of the channel. Channel is not growing as fast as I would have wanted it to grow at. And there's so many things, it's not going the way I want. And it's sometimes I'm tempted. I look on at other person and say, oh, their channels are growing faster. But it's because they were celebrities before, or it's because they're media personalities and they're getting on or whatever. Yes, their reality is different. Yes, there are celebrities. Yes, there were media personalities before. But what? What does that mean? I am just going to sit back and be defeated because my reality and my starting place here, right, changes. But yeah. We have to make changes. Change is hard, but sometimes. But once we start, it will work out. So you can't, because our realities are different, right? Because a person get a higher step up based on who they are in society, right? So they will get a larger following. Their channels will grow faster. Because of that, I can't sit back and say, all right, no, just because of that, that's why I can't do it. No. It may mean that I have to just work 10 times harder. It may mean that I just have to do some things differently. So people, all I am saying this afternoon is our realities are not the same. Our realities are not the same. We have different circumstances. We have different things that we go through in life. But there are things that we have control over. There are things that we really don't have any control over. Because if somebody dies, if somebody just doesn't wake up tomorrow in your family and your whole situation, your whole family situation turns around, you don't have control over that. But there are things that we have control over. And sometimes we're just defeated. We're defeated by and we make all kind of excuses. Why I can't lose weight? Oh, you can't stay there watch her she lose weight. She really lose the weight. I take she going and take out something. Because no. The only reason she has so much money is because she used to scam. The only reason is probably a reality. But the fact is, there are persons out there really making money. And the fact is, there are persons out there who are actually dieting, who are actually eating right, who are actually exercising, and who are where they want in terms of their weight and in terms of their health. No. Because him always look from when him preach. Him preach. So that's why he can preach something. And he can fast so long. You have a goal to reach there, and you are going to make excuses because you see somebody else who is where you are. Instead of trying to say, all right, let me see how. I wonder how they achieve this. Right? Some people you can't follow them because some of it is lie. Because a lot of social media is lie. And I can tell you that straight up. A lot of social media is like, because even me now, for example, I am on this live. I'm sitting here. I find this is my little wall that I have my little quotes on. This is just a fraction. This is a fraction of what's going on in my house. Because right now my house is in turmoil. Who no. There's a lot of things going on here. So I have to find a little space to even do this live. So what I'm saying is that what you see on social media is just a fraction of what goes on in anybody's life, in any person who is on social media. Yes, we know that some people are fake and all of that, but there are persons who are achieving the goals that you want to achieve. So don't just sit down and because people lie, because people are faking it, you just sit down and say, no, I don't believe him, I lie, I tell. I'm telling you straight. People's circumstances are different. No, this one don't have all of the bills that me have. But because that person doesn't have all the bills that you have more bills than them. So it means that you're going to have to find more ways to achieve what you want to achieve. You just have to probably work a little bit harder. But don't just be defeated or sit down and wait. Oh, the Lord will provide. The Lord will provide. But the Lord provides you with sense in your head. The Lord provides you with wisdom. So when because some of us, and people have said it before, and when you hear the world say it, it's an indictment on us, and I feel bad. Some of the poorest people in the world are Christians because we sit back and we wait. Oh, the Lord will provide because the Bible says so. The Lord will provide. But because the Lord is going to provide, it does not mean that the manna is just going to fall from heaven. He does that in some cases. Favor will come on you and people will give into your bosom. Men will run and give to you. But there are other times he gives wisdom, he gives knowledge, he gives understanding. And that is why we have to take ourselves out. So here we're going again. July. When did July start? 3 days ago. Right? Yes, Andre, we tend to fail ourselves before we even start the journey. So when we negative body now, we say if there's a price on negativity, someone would have been millionaire because we have it locked. and we can tell you a story. And I said something to somebody once. You have some people who have a problem for every solution. And they can tell you why they can't achieve. Why this wrong with them and all of that. But people, we have to mind our business. We have to mind our business. We have to look after the life that God has given us. And when we look at it in the way that we have a precious gift, a precious commodity. Not everybody, I think most of us probably are 20. Not everybody reach 20 in a life. You have some persons who at birth, they died minutes after. And the fact that you are still here, you cannot afford to lay down and play dead and have all the excuses in the world why you cannot. You have some goals are just some simple goals, some simple things that you can do. Some takes much more time and much more planning, but there are some simple things. And instead of just trying and just stepping and try to reach it, we make excuse. Oh, the only reason why that one can do that is because this or because that. No, people. You have it within you. You may just have to work harder. You may just have to find more resources. It may be more difficult for you because all of we not grow up on the same table. All of we not come from the same footing. Some persons, yes, the people them give them business and give them money. But achieve, just at least try now. Just try now. Just try now. We are halfway in 2022. And before I leave, I just want us to make one commitment, just one goal. We're not getting fancy and say all of the goals that okay and we're not even a vision board and all. Just one goal that you want to achieve for the rest of the year, and just attempt it. And I want us to approach it this way. Don't approach like, what am I going to give up? What am I going to do? What are the things that I must achieve? So I don't want you to say, okay, I'm going to give up rice, or I'm going to stop watching so much TV. I want us to phrase it this way. I'm going to eat more vegetable, or I'm going to read for 3 hours each week or each day, 3 hours each day. Because the fact is, if you're reading so much, the TV time going to cut down. All right? Or if you're striving to eat the vegetable and putting together the salad and all of that, the time to make all of the other things, or to stop at Burger King, or when you look at it, I make so much effort, I'm try and make this healthy dish, or I work outside, I can't afford to eat. But you understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, just let me know. Just let me know. Just let us try to put in one habit instead of we're going to stop doing that. Because if we're putting in the good things, the bad things will eventually, take a little time and shed off. The bad things will eventually shed off. But can we all just commit to one thing, one goal? There's just this one thing that you always wanted to do, and you're procrastinating, and you're wondering, and you're making excuses. You're looking at everybody else and say, just because you don't know. Let me see in the chat. Just type if anybody has ever said that. It's just because she can be on me. Just because. Or just because that person, that is why. Type in the chat. I want everybody. Because I know you all are good and saintly people, and you don't make excuses. Okay. Yes, people say, no man, it's just for show. It's just for a show on Facebook. Yeah. Some people is really just for a show. But the fact is, I know everybody live pussy and dog life. Because people say, okay, their relationship not real. Them just live good on Facebook. But the fact is, there are some persons who are actually having good relationships and living good lives. Right? So anybody else, if you have the experience where you look on and say, the things that you want in life, you don't go after it because you think, okay, this or that, or these persons have this because of that. Just type in the chat. Anybody else have that experience? Nobody else, all right? Nobody else not making any excuses. That means that we have a good place to start here. If we're not busy making excuses, it means that we have a good place to start. Anybody made any goals, we're not calling them resolutions, but did anybody have any goals that they plan to achieve by July of 2022? And if you have achieved them, just say yes. You can just type yes in the chat. Or if it is a no, if you have made some plans and you have not achieved them, you can't time. No. I mean, we just have to, sometimes we just have to call out ourselves. Sometimes, me personally, I call out myself whole heap of time. I have to call out myself on my crap because a lot of times I speak, I talk the things and I make the excuses. I have to call out. Right? And some of us, because we have a false vision of ourselves, we have a false vision of ourselves. We just think that we're perfect and we can do everything. And we think that if we buy the bun and cheese and we bring it in the house, we're not gonna eat it because we have so much willpower. People, you're not that strong, and within yourself you know it, but you don't want to admit it. There are certain things you're not. There are things that you are not good at. There are things that I am not good at, and I just have to be honest with myself. And that is why some of us can't make no progress, because we just think, oh, I can get over this, and I no man, I'm good at. Some people good at everything. In their mind, they're good at everything. So that's why some simple things they cannot get over. Because if within yourself, you would just admit it, boy, some really know I'm not good at this. And I can just, let me ask who is in the chat now. Let me just ask Shannon, how you do this? How, because I realize that you're doing this and you're doing it well. How, help me now? No, we're not asking help because we know how to do it. All when we have tried 50 times. All when we try 50 times and it not work out. Before we ask for help or try and emulate, we not say, okay, you watch people and follow people. But there are things that people are doing and they're doing right. And before we just, be humble. People have to humble sometimes. Have to humble. Be humble and say that, this is not one of my strengths. This person is stronger in this area. Let me see if I can take anything from them. Still working on those goals. My weight loss goals have not materialized yet. All right. So you know the goals that you have, and what you need to do is, what are the things that are working against these goals? What are the things? And you know them, but pinpoint them and be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Be true. Why are we lying to ourselves? Why are we lying to ourselves? Why are you lying to yourself? You know that you have a procrastination problem. You know that you have a late problem. I said, no. I'm not always late. I just don't like to wait on people. You have a late problem. You have a late problem. Call yourself out. And if it means that there are certain things that you need to change in order to get where you want, you have to call yourself out. I realize that I have an eating problem in that I eat badly. So I will exercise every day because I got the exercise lock. But the goals and the achievement that I want to the things that I want to achieve, I'm not achieving them fast enough because I eat badly. And I have to, in my mind, every time I have to be processing and say, all right, you're working out so hard. You work out every single day. And at the end of the day, you're going to eat badly and mess up what you're working for. You understand? Call yourself out. Call yourself out. You have to be accountable. If you're not accountable, be accountable to yourself. And if you're doing something wrong, say it and just look and say, what are some of the things? Why do I eat badly? I'm a bored eater. So when I'm bored, I'll eat and I snack. I prefer snacks than food. So I'll snack on all the bad stuff. And I love bread. And I realize bread does not do. Some people can eat bread from now till next year. But when I eat bread, it makes my belly big. I don't want no big belly. Not that I owe anybody a flat tummy. Anybody has ever seen that on social media? Not that I owe anybody a flat tummy. But I realize that if I eat that, it's gonna make me bloated. And I mean, you call yourself out. Don't pretend. Say I eat right. I just don't know why I'm losing. You not eat right. People, some of the times we say some things, and even ourselves, when we hear it come out our mouth, we say, oh, Jesus. But people, I encourage you. As I said, as we started out, so we're going to end the same way. Mind your business. What is your business? The business of your life. Mind your business. Your business this. The owner of the business gave you the business to manage. God gave you the body and the life to manage. He owns it, so he can shut it down anytime he wants to. But you are in charge of it. So him say, run this business for me, manage it for me, hire and fire, make it profitable, make it worthwhile. We don't want him to shut it down because it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Mind your business, people. Alright? Mind your business. Look after what is yours. Your life, your finances, your spiritual self, your health, your mental health, your relationships. Those are some big key areas, some general areas. And you can add if there's anything that I'm leaving out, you can add to it. But mind your business, people. Don't be so caught up. Don't be so caught up with all of the other things that are going around. And don't make excuses. It's not going to be easy. Everything is not going easy. And we all have our different circumstances. We're not starting at the same place. Some persons have more money than us. Some persons started out in stable families, and that stability at the beginning got them a little bit above on the ladder in terms of how quickly they can achieve certain things. But mind your business, people. All right, so that is all I have to say. I'm done. That's all I have to say. Does anyone else have anything? Anybody, you can just type in the chat. There's any comment, anything you want to add to this discussion. All right. This live is gonna be up, so if you wanna, you can share it. You can still share it afterwards. But anyone else has anything they wanna say, they wanna contribute. But again, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Thank you. We're doing an audit on people. As I said, if you have not written it down as yet, try one thing that you want to work on for the rest of the year. And just look at it. What are the things that are stopping me? What are some of the things that are stopping me? Just write them down, man. What are some of the things that are stopping me from achieving these goals? What can I do? Simple things, simple steps. Because sometimes we try to make a big drastic step quickly. And when we are not able to make that step, we get discouraged. Nothing motivates people more than when there's an incremental step and you achieve something. So if I'm here and I'm like tidying up the whole house, I go to a part that I can do quickly and I say, all right, when I finish this now, I say, all right, I feel good because at least one section finished already. But some of the time we want to take off chunks, right? Smart goals, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Those are us starting from scratch. Always appreciate how far you have come. Yeah. But do not, because you're starting from scratch, don't mean that you're going to make excuses because some people had a little bit more than us. One step at a time. So one step at a time. All right, guys. Thank you for your contributions. I appreciate this chat. I appreciate it. And we have to help each other. We have to help each other. Progress, not perfection. Yeah, progress. But it cannot be just sitting down and we just waiting for things to happen. We cannot afford to sit down because whether we're moving forward or not, time is not stopping. Time not stopping for you. It's not stopping for me. It's not stopping for any one of us. July just started, and what day are we? We are at day 3. So that course that you want to start, that business you want to start, whatever it is, that money that you want to save or invest, or that house you want to buy, whatever it is, you have to start. Baby steps and celebrate each step. Don't just content with what I have and work hard towards my goals. Never look on what an expert have because you don't know how they come by it. Yes. Laser focus. You hear me say, mind your business. Mind your business. You can look at persons and be inspired by them. Because if somebody else is doing it, that means that it can be done. Alright? Somebody else has done it, it means that it can be done. But don't get so caught up run at your own pace, put on your blinkers, and don't compare yourself to others. No, you can't. You can be inspired by persons. Be inspired. Because somebody can be inspiration. Am I right? This person did it, so it means that it can be done. But don't be so caught up. You get tips. There are some persons I watch. You look on social media. All right. You see this person has a sense of fashion and a sense of style. You watch them and say, okay, I like how they put this together. Fine. I get ideas and inspiration from them. You get ideas and inspiration for house ideas in terms of house tips and decoration and stuff. You get money tips and money ideas from different people. Because I follow different people on social media for different purposes. Right? But do not try. You're not them. You are your own unique self. So you have to do your thing. But whatever you do, don't just sit down and play dead. Do not roll over and play dead. Alright, go out and get your blessings. And again, I say, Christians, do not be of this opinion that Jesus is coming to save us. He saved us from our sins. That's the saving that he did. But he gives us wisdom. He gives us knowledge. He gives us understanding. The manna, I don't know. I don't think God is still sending manna. If he so desires, he will, because he can. It is in his omnipotence to send manna if he wants. But that is not the way he's doing. Again, we have to take the initiative. It's also okay to take risks. Don't be afraid to make the first step. Sometimes the hardest step is the very first one. And when you make the step and you're going to, can't guarantee you're gonna fail, you're gonna fall, you're going to, and sometimes you look back and say, cheese and peace. If me did do it the way I wouldn't say. But the fact is, you see, when you have failures and you have, oh my God, how come I did it that way? It means you're trying. If you never have no failure, it means you're not trying anything. If everything is all, it means you've not tried anything. If you don't have anything to look back and say, Jesus, look how many things are, look how many, me say you're not trying nothing. You have to be. You have to. And we cannot. I just, like, it's a pet peeve of mine. People can not just sit down and not try to be better off than they were last week. Better off in whatever sense. Because we're not only talking about money. We're not talking about that alone. There are things, better ways, better. Alright? Chatting. I've been chatting. And I've been getting comments and feedback, which I greatly appreciate. So if there are anybody else who have no more comment, any more feedback, you can just share. Because I appreciate the dialogue. People. 2022, there are 6 more months. What are we gonna do with those 6 months? Everybody, have you identified that one goal, that one particular thing that you're gonna work on? Anybody, everybody, commit to that one and write it. Just a little piece of paper. You're there, or your phone, or just write it down. Just put it down, so that even November of 2022. You might just go back and say, Lord Jesus, me never say me commit to this. And at least at the last minute, you can try run towards it. But write it down. Write it down. Everybody, please write down that particular thing. That just that one thing. If you want, you can write 2 or 3 or 4. That one thing. And make it very specific. So if you don't achieve it, you can realize, okay, I really didn't. Make it very, very, very specific. But we can't afford to sit down and waste any more time. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. There are no more comments. I'm just gonna sit. And if you have comments, you can go ahead. If you have any questions, anybody, if you want to ask questions, if you have a question that you want to ask, I will answer if I can. If you have any questions you want to ask, if you have anything else you want to share, just go ahead. But I hope somebody got a little nudge in their side. Just a little nudge in your side that, guess what? Time is running. The time is going. And we don't know. The fact is, we don't know how much time we have left in life. We know that the year goes to December 31st, but we don't know how much time we have left in life. and we don't want, and especially if some persons, if you die now, I mean, you don't really have children, you don't have anybody that you have to make preparation for. But the fact is, you do not want to drop out, and the proper preparation are not made for who you're gonna leave behind. You can start by making objectives to accomplish that goal. You know, some people living dangerously, and some people living dangerously, right? Because you have children, you have family, you have persons who, if something happens to you today, they are going to be left behind.
You can't follow them.
And there's no preparation. There's no thought for the future. We live dangerously. You have children, and we just eat and we just do anything, and we have all kind of lifestyle diseases. Are we there, and we're not taking time out to nurture the family, or to grow that gift that God has given us. We're living dangerously. All right, so anybody else have any more comments? I still see what 4 persons are on. So 4 persons, do you have anything else? Any questions? Any more comments? Anything? We cannot afford to allow 2022 to finish, and there are some basic things that we need to do, and we're not doing. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. I'll take my leave now. I'll say bye. Bye. How do I end this live? How do I end this live? I don't know if I end the live on my phone. I'm still here talking. Anybody know if I end this live? Oh yes, I think this is it.